Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to our 7th and last day of our Positive Emotions Challenge. Today we're going to talk about acceptance. And acceptance comes with a feeling of serenity and peace. So acceptance is one of the most important tools that we can use in our daily life. And I'm going to explain you why is it like that. Anything that is negative in our lives, let's say any fear that we have or anything that we don't like, we usually create a certain resistance to that. Means, oh, I don't want to have this. I want this to go away. Why do I have this? How can I get rid of it? And these kind of thoughts, the resistance, is like pushing against the wall. Means the more I push, the more resistance I get from the wall without the wall even making any force. But by my pushing, I'm losing energy and strength. So I think it's important to know that things we don't like in our lives, they don't disappear by fighting against them. And if we want some negative emotion to disappear, the way we have to go is a more indirect one. Means if I'm scared of something, I try to not give the fear too much attention, and I try to strengthen my confidence and my courage. So by strengthening the opposite, the fear will definitely little by little disappear without even getting attention from us. And to be able to go this way, which is a very effective one, we need to have acceptance, because if we allow ourselves to resist and to fight against things that we don't like to have, we are not able to focus on the things that we want to have and that are eventually leading to the disappearance of the negative thing. So in order to create this acceptance, first of all, it is important to know this concept that we just have explained. So it's important to accept. Acceptance doesn't mean that I confirm or I like the thing, whatever it is, emotion, thought, situation, condition. It doesn't mean that I agree to it. It only means that I accept, that I say, okay, yes, it is already here, so I don't put an resistance against what already is. Okay, with that said, let's take our breathings. Start breathing in deeply and breathe out. Try to sit comfortably with your column straight, the eyes closed, and take a second breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And one last time, breathe in. Deep inhalation and exhalation. Great. Okay, today we don't do any visualization voluntarily. So we keep focus on our breath and try not to get distracted. We try to take a position of an observer. Means anything that appears in my mind now, I try to see it as if it would be projected to a screen and I'm watching it on this screen. Means I'm not part of this movie, I'm not part of whatever is shown on that screen, but I'm just the person who watches the screen. And the most probable that will happen is that there appear things on this screen in our mind that are emotionally charged, or that try to involve us in any way because it's telling us, oh, it's important to get into it and think about it. But nothing in this 5 minutes now can be so important that you have to think about it right now. So try to be strong, activate your strength, take a powerful position, and concentrate on really not getting involved into your thoughts, just observing. And here comes the acceptance. It has an important role because the moment we see our thoughts and we're not able to accept them, it is much easier for them to pull us into their flow, into their movie. And then we're kind of trapped. So we want to stay outside, watch the movie, watch whatever happens, and everything that comes up, we just accept it. You can use a little, very short word, something like okay or aha, to tell your brain that you're observing him, that you know that he's giving you thoughts, but that you don't have to involve into them if you don't wish. Let's just do that for 1 or 2 minutes. The moment you get distracted, try to bring your focus back to the observer position. Don't stop breathing. Just accept everything that comes to your mind. Any sensation, any thought, any emotion, sound, whatever you can perceive. This exercise is a very important one. It's actually the base of freeing your mind of unnecessary thoughts and emotions that trap you and that make you keep thinking about them, and you don't have space for your positive emotions, for your positive thoughts, and for just the feeling of being you and to discover who you really are. So if you are able to do this exercise once a day, let's say at least for 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to create a big change in your life because you're making room. You're gaining back the control of your brain, of your mind, and you're becoming more and more aware of what actually are your mechanisms, thoughts, thought patterns that arise, and that they don't usually say the truth. They're just based on the experiences that you made during your life and that you have been programmed that way, which doesn't mean that you have to keep on thinking that this is true and this is useful, because maybe it produces a lot of negative emotions. Maybe it makes you feel weak or small, helpless, and you want to replace these thought patterns through new thought patterns. The first step is always to detect them, to see them and to accept, and then you can change them. Okay, I will stop the meditation here because I'm scared that the audio is going to be too long and then we have the problem from yesterday. So let's take 3 deep inhalations. Breathe in. breathe out, breathe in, breathe out again, and one more time, deep inhalation. Lift your arms to the sky if you want, breathe in, and let them fall down and breathe out. As it will be the last audio from this challenge, I'd really like to thank you for participating. It is not so important if you just made one day or several days, or if you made all of them. Obviously you have more benefit if you do all of them, but you still have the chance to do so. The audios are going to stay in my Instagram channel. They're also on YouTube and on Facebook, so you can access to them whenever you want. And yeah, I really enjoyed that time. It was a really helpful exercise also for me to get up in the morning and do these meditations with you. So the only thing I'd like to ask you is to maybe write me a little message and let me know what was your experience. Were you able to integrate these exercises in your life? Were you able to concentrate during the meditations? Was it helpful? What was especially helpful? What was maybe, in your opinion, not so necessary? And do you like more exercises? I'm very happy to hear your comments, get your messages, and yes, I hope to see you soon in one of my videos or talk to you personally. Bye bye, have a great Sunday.